We're jumping right in today to talk about something pretty intense. It's about the kind of faith that's really forged in fire.
Exactly. We're looking closely at a specific group from history, one that got, well, maybe the highest praise imaginable.
Okay.
They were poor, they were suffering quite badly, actually, but they received zero criticism, only encouragement. So the question is, how can strength be built on suffering like that?
And why does that model still resonate, right?
Precisely. It's about understanding this unique spiritual reality. Maybe we can call it the persecuted church model.
Okay, so let's get into it. This community, Smyrna. What made them so different? They got nothing but praise, which is unusual.
It really is. And Jesus himself says, I know your tribulation and your poverty, but then he adds, but you are rich.
That's the paradox, isn't it?
Hmm.
Declared rich while being materially destitute and facing intense pressure. How does that work? What does that tell us about value?
Well, it completely flips earthly standards. It's just true wealth isn't material stuff. It's spiritual integrity, faithfulness, things persecution can't actually touch.
Okay.
Their oppressors might have had power, maybe even wealth, but they were spiritually bankrupt. The Smyrnians faced losing everything, even prison.
And yet the message wasn't, hang tight, rescue is coming.
Not at all. That's what's so striking.
Yeah, this is where it gets really demanding. They were told explicitly, do not fear what you're about to suffer, prison, testing, even death. And the command, be faithful unto death.
That's an enormous ask.
It really is. So
Yeah.
how does that transform suffering? It stops being just, bad luck or oppression and becomes what? A spiritual path.
I think that's a good way to put it. It links hardship directly to the cost of real commitment. And this brings us to that powerful idea from Bonhoeffer about grace.
Ah, yes. Costly grace versus cheap grace.
Exactly. He saw this huge difference. Cheap grace is like forgiveness without any real change demanded. It's comfort without consequence. Easy belief.
Okay, and costly grace then.
Costly grace demands a response. It demands your life, essentially. It means dying to your own safety, your pride, your need for control.
Ah,
Bonhoeffer was writing this, remember, during a time of intense darkness in Germany. He saw that real Christian power wasn't about safety, it was about risking everything for that commitment.
that risk, that cost is what gives the faith its power.
That's the idea. It makes it real, tangible.
And this connects back to suffering, doesn't it? It's not just misfortune, it's part of the deal. It's a refining process.
Yes. And Jesus saying, I know your tribulation, that's key. He's not distant. He knows the pain. He's present in it. It confirms his awareness, his participation.
So suffering isn't a sign God's forgotten you.
Quite the opposite. Bonhoeffer called suffering the badge of true discipleship. It aligns with scripture, too, like
Yep.
2 Timothy 3:112, saying, essentially, if you want to live a godly life, expect persecution.
If it costs nothing, what's it worth?
That's the hard question.
Which brings us to today, maybe. Especially in, say, Western cultures. There seems to be a strong drive to avoid discomfort, avoid persecution at all costs.
There is. But that comfort often comes at a price. Maybe the price is conviction. Maybe it's that spiritual power we talked about.
History seems to suggest that spiritual purity, that real core faith, often gets revealed in the furnace, as you said, when things get tough.
Yeah, the non-essentials tend to burn away under pressure, don't they? Leaving what's truly real.
So for Smyrna, victory wasn't about avoiding pain. It was about persevering through it, faithfulness right to the end.
And the reward promised for that endurance, the crown of life, is presented as the ultimate exchange, choosing that spiritual richness, that power over immediate safety or comfort.
It really frames the choice starkly, spiritual comfort or spiritual power, ease versus endurance.
So building on that, here's something maybe for you, the listener, to think about. If suffering this kind of costly grace means participating with Christ, what fear, or maybe what comfort, in your own life are you holding on to right now, perhaps instead of choosing courage and, well, full obedience?